The Goods and Services Tax Return. 1, commonly known as GSTR1, is a crucial component of the GST system in India. Businesses use GSTR1 to report their outward supplies or sales made during a specific tax period. This information helps the government track the flow of goods and services in the economy, ensuring transparency and accountability within the GST framework. Timely and accurate filing of GSTR1 is essential for several reasons. Firstly, it enables businesses to claim input tax credit or ITC on their purchases, reducing their overall tax liability. Secondly, it ensures compliance with GST regulations, preventing potential penalties and legal complications. Moreover, maintaining a clean GST record through regular GSTR1 filings enhances a business's credibility and reputation in the market. The GSTR1 filing process involves several steps, starting with gathering information on outward supplies. Businesses need to organize their invoices, debit notes, credit notes, and other relevant documents. They then input this data into the online GSTR1 form, categorized according to different sections. The form requires details such as customer just-ins, HSN codes of goods and services, taxable value, and GST paid. Once filled, the form undergoes verification and submission to the GST portal. This comprehensive guide will delve into the intricacies of GSTR1, equipping Indian businesses with the knowledge and tools to navigate the filing process seamlessly. The GSTR1 form is a comprehensive document that captures a business's outward supply transactions. It's divided into various sections, each serving a specific purpose in reporting sales data. Understanding these sections and the terminology used is crucial for accurate and efficient GSTR1 filing. One of the key terms encountered in GSTR1 is outward supplies. It refers to all the goods and services a business sells during a tax period. These supplies can be categorized as taxable or exempt, depending on their nature. Another important term is inward supplies, representing purchases made by a business. While GSTR1 primarily focuses on outward supplies, details of inward supplies are relevant for claiming input tax credit, or ITC. Input tax credit, or ITC, is a mechanism that allows businesses to reduce their tax liability. It works by offsetting the GST paid on purchases or inward supplies against the GST collected on sales or outward supplies. Accurate reporting of both outward and inward supplies is crucial for claiming the correct ITC amount. HSN codes, short for Harmonized System of Nomenclature, play a significant role in GSTR1. These codes are internationally standardized systems used to classify traded products. Businesses need to mention the correct HSN code for each good or service they sell, ensuring uniformity and accuracy in GST reporting. Correctly populating the GSTR1 form involves understanding the specific requirements of each section and providing accurate information. This includes details such as invoice numbers, dates, customer information, HSN codes, taxable values, and GST rates. Using accounting software or seeking assistance from tax professionals can streamline this process and minimize errors. The GSTR1 form is organized into distinct sections, each requiring specific information about a business's outward supplies. This section serves as the header of the GSTR1 form, containing essential information about the taxpayer. It includes the taxpayer's GSTN, legal name, and the tax period. Section B captures details of all outward supplies made during the tax period. This includes sales to registered businesses, B2B, and unregistered individuals, B2C. Adjustments like credit and debit notes are also recorded. Zero-rated supplies, primarily exports, are detailed here. Section C captures limited details about inward supplies relevant for ITC claims. The ITC details are auto-populated based on the GSTR2A filed by the suppliers. Businesses can rectify any mismatches during the GSTR3B filing process. Section 4. Common errors and best practices. Filing GSTR1 accurately is crucial for GST compliance. However, even minor errors can lead to mismatches, impacting ITC claims and attracting penalties. Understanding common mistakes and adopting best practices can significantly enhance the accuracy and efficiency of GSTR1 filing. Common errors to avoid: incorrect GSTN details, entering wrong, GSTINs of customers or suppliers can lead to mismatches in data and affect ITC claims. Always double-check GSTINs before entering them. HSN code errors. Using incorrect HSN codes for goods and services can result in inaccurate tax calculations and reporting discrepancies. Mismatched invoice details. Any discrepancy between the information on the GSTR1 form and the actual invoices can create complications. Ensure all invoice details, including dates, amounts, and tax rates, are correctly entered. Late filing. Filing GSTR1 beyond the due date attracts late fees and penalties. Plan and prioritize GSTR1 filing to avoid unnecessary costs. Tips for accurate filing: maintain organized records. Keep all invoices, credit-debit notes, and other relevant documents well organized to ensure easy access during GSTR1 filing. Reconcile regularly. Reconcile your sales data with your GST records on a regular basis to identify and rectify any discrepancies early on. Utilize technology, employ accounting software or GST filing tools to automate data entry, reduce manual errors, and streamline the filing process. Seek professional help. If you're unsure about any aspect of GSTR1 filing, don't hesitate to seek assistance from a qualified tax professional. Best practices for record keeping. Digitalize documents. Scan and store all your GST-related documents digitally to prevent loss and ensure easy retrieval. Implement a filing system. Create a systematic filing system for your GST documents, categorizing them based on tax periods, transaction types, and other relevant parameters. Regular backups. Regularly back up your digital GST records to prevent data loss due to technical issues or unforeseen circumstances. Section 5. Filing your GSTR1. Return online. The GST portal provides a user-friendly online platform for businesses to file their GSTR1 returns electronically. This section provides a step-by-step guide to navigate the online filing process seamlessly. Steps for online filing. Log into the GST portal. Visit the GST portal, www.gst.gov.in, and log in using your valid credentials. Navigate to GSTR1. Once logged in, go to the Returns section and select GSTR1 from the options available. Select the return period. Choose the relevant tax period for which you want to file the GSTR1 return. Fill in the form sections. Navigate through the different sections of the GSTR1 form, as discussed in Section 3, and enter the required details accurately. Upload supporting documents. If applicable, upload any supporting documents, such as export invoices or bills of supply, in the designated sections. Uploading supporting documents. The GST portal allows you to upload supporting documents in specific formats. Ensure your documents are scanned and saved in the prescribed formats, PDF, JPEG, etc., before uploading. Verification and submission, preview, and validate. Before submitting the GSTR1 return, thoroughly review all the entered details and uploaded documents for accuracy. Generate the summary. Once you're satisfied with the information provided, generate the GSTR1 summary, which will display the total tax liability for the period. Submit the return. After verifying the summary, click on the Submit button to file your GSTR1 return electronically. Download the acknowledgement. Upon successful submission, download the GSTR1 filing acknowledgement for your records. This acknowledgement serves as proof of filing. Section 6. Late filing, amendments, and compliance. Understanding the provisions related to late filing, amendments, and GST compliance for different business models is crucial for avoiding penalties and maintaining a clean GST record. Late filing penalties. Filing GSTR1 after the due date attracts a late fee of INR 100 per day of delay, subject to a maximum penalty of INR 5,000. Additionally, interest may be levied on the unpaid tax liability. Amendments to GSTR1. If errors are discovered after filing GSTR1, you can make amendments in subsequent tax periods. However, certain major errors, such as incorrect GSTN, can't be rectified through amendments and may require separate applications to the GST authorities. GST compliance for different businesses. The GST compliance requirements vary depending on the nature and size of the business. For instance, businesses with an annual turnover exceeding a specified limit need to file GSTR1 monthly, while those below the threshold can opt for quarterly filing. Composition taxpayers have separate filing requirements and need to file GSTR 4 instead of GSTR 1.